Hey there folks, welcome to another Train Sim World 2 video. Hope you're doing well out there. At any rate, welcome back to the channel. First Train Sim World 2 video in what feels like ages. I think the last one I did was on Spirit of Steam, so we're back in the deuce. Soon to be the Trace. Yes, Train Sim World 3 is coming. They've kind of slipped that a couple of times, but it's sort of official now. We know it's happening. It's happening. Train Sim World 3. So anyway, there's been a bit of a lack of content lately for Train Sim World 2 because of such reasons, and it's kind of weird. I mean, we're getting another Train Sim World variant. It's, we're not going to get into it here with this video per se, but I was a bit skeptic on this new add-on, which we're looking at here, which, of course, we'll take a look at in just a brief moment after I get done spieling. The Isle of Wight upgraded, 2022 modernized. Now, I wasn't really into it first and foremost. I kind of day late and a dollar short. Here we are with the video at any rate, but I was reading various places, people saying this was all right. They were pleasantly surprised. So now my interest is piqued, and I want to take a look at it here, which is what we're going to do, and just have a general look, give my thoughts in case you're curious on the matter as well. See if you maybe want to pick it up. But, I'm wondering if this comes from a severe lack of Train Sim World content, from the Train Sim World crew. Group peeps, if they're just wanting content so bad, because this is the only thing since Spirit of Steam over here. But anyway, this is Rivet Games. They made the original Isle of Wight. Again, this is Isle of Wight 2022 by Rivet Games, of course, who is like a second party or third party dev, and they've made quite a few things for Train Sim World. It of course features the class 484 EMU, modernized Isle of Wight, featuring some new signaling, track work, updated things throughout. Scenery, I think they've extended the scenery, distant scenery, brought the platforms up a bit because these are a bit higher than the 483s. You're going to get 5 scenarios, 24-hour timetable, and the original Isle of Wight add-on is not required, so don't get it twisted. You don't need that. And it's, of course, still right pier to Shanklin, which is like 9 miles. But anyway, just a little preface. Let's go ahead and hop right in here. Okay, here we go. The introduction.
Welcome to Train Sim World 2, an immersive and highly detailed rail simulation featuring authentic routes and trains from around the world.
Okay. the narrator, I feel like I remember his voice. You don't miss anything.
You've just been awarded some action
Put it like that.
points. These are displayed in the top right corner of the screen and count towards your overall experience.
Yes. Action points.
Besides operating trains, there are lots of requirements to navigate on foot. Try moving around now.
Oh, okay. It actually wants me to go somewhere. Okay. It definitely looks a little updated. I kind of want to get through this before I really dive in and take a look around.
This is one of the many interactives to be discovered, but not all.
What,
a lot of time will be
stuffed
spent
dinosaur?
operating trains. So
Yippers? That sounded pretty good. It's kind of hard to hear, but wow, this looks nice. Okay, this looks pretty crispy. Crispy bacon.
this train is ready to go. Push the indicated handle backwards to get moving.
So that's it? You just get in and... Okay.
the Isle of Wight runs for roughly 10 miles and runs commuter services between Ryde Pier and Shanklin. This particular train is the BR Class 484 electric multiple unit and consists of 2 cars. Train SimWorld 2 allows you to ride and drive from a selection of camera views. Let's take a look now while exploring this train.
Moving around, we're moving around. Okay.
You've only explored a small area here.
Yes.
So let's take a look at what else there is to enjoy.
Let us. Okay. All right. You know, man, nothing against the guy that narrates those, but I don't know. Like, it's just kind of snoozy. Just maybe a little more snap, little more pep. I don't know. Anyway, continue. All right, 484 introduction. We're at the pier.
Welcome to this introduction for the BR Class 484 electric multiple unit. During this introduction, we will go through the following procedures: starting and stopping the train, loading and unloading. Climb aboard to get started.
I'm counting the moments until I don't have to listen to this guy anymore. Again, you know, nothing against him, just
The cab door button needs
oh Lord, yes.
a lot of your time will be spent in the driver's seat.
Yes, it is a train operational
Switch the
simulator
master key
game.
to unlocked to
All right.
enable this cab. The destination board and train lights let the passengers know that this service is running and operational.
Oh my God.
Set the destination board to Ryde St. John's and turn on the train lights.
Okay. Where do you see where you've how do you know what destination is on? Like, am I supposed to just guess? So you just hit it until it whoom. Yeah. Well, that's not Ryde St. John's. Anyway, okay. All right. Saloon lights, coach lights, carriage lights, on.
Good work. Now set the reverser to forward.
There it is.
The reverser controls the direction of travel when power is applied relative to the driver cabin view.
Right. Got it.
There are door open, closing buttons on each side of the cab.
Yep.
Each button opens, closes the doors on their respective side.
It's a big ass drink
Press
holders.
the door release button for the appropriate platform side to allow passengers to climb aboard.
Could put some 40s in those damn things. Jeez Louise. Or big gulp. Or yeah, not something big. Maybe it's like some binoculars. Right. Lock them up.
The throttle lever is split into 2 zones: throttle and braking.
Right.
The braking zone controls the multiple units' dynamic brakes.
Yep.
The throttle zone controls the power supplied to the traction motors. Drive to the next station using the throttle lever.
Trying to use the rail driver here, so it seems to work. It doesn't particularly like that I'm trying to use it here, so I don't want to break the tutorial. We all know how that can happen. There we go. This thing sounds pretty good. I don't want to get into it yet. I just want to get through the tutorial to make sure I don't miss anything, and then we'll have a real good rumble, roughage mess around. Okay. Okay. Turn the... Oh, I can't. It's tutorial. Usually turn this mess off right here. Is the... Is the driver really supposed to reach way over there? I can't even... What the... We'll do this. This does look really good in here. I'm eager to get this over with and just have a real look around here. And I might need to check my Radeon settings because things are looking a bit sharpish. Alright, we're going to ride St. John's. Or are we? We're not. Because I want to get all up in this thing, and I'm ready to go. I can't wait to, you know, between the narration and... Yeah, anyway, moving right along. Alright, now we can have a proper mess around. So, for those unaware, which I'm sure many of you are, the Isle of Wight is a quaint, little, tiny landmass of an island on the southern, well, kind of the middle, very center-southern section of England, or Britain. And there's a very nice little estuary behind it as well. But this is Ryde Pier down at the very end, and then the other end of the line is Shanklin, I believe it's called. Well, very unique place. It's old. Trains have been running here for a long time, and not only, you know, is it scenic and idyllic and all that stuff, very very touristy, holiday-y type area, but it's just cool because how many, you know, little tiny islands have their own railroad? That's not very common. But anyway, this place is steeped in history. I don't know a whole hell of a lot about it, like a lot of British stuff, but I'm gonna go with what I got. So we'll kind of slowly go over it here. But anyway, we're at Ryde Pier, and I forgot to mention earlier, this, if you're not aware, is $22.99. Now, it was $19.99 if you pre-ordered it, but that matters not now. I'm sure it will be on sale in some very short period of time. But anyway, so this is the Class 484, and it's a good-looking little unit. I remember first seeing pictures of this thing, and I thought, damn, that looks very nice. It's very modern. And, you know, they're not actually genuinely modern. They've been rebuilt. This is actually stock from, like, the 70s, if I recall correctly. But the model looks great. I've seen plenty of video. Just go to YouTube, type in Isle of Wight. You'll see all kinds of video of these things. And it's... You know, it's new video, so it's good video with generally good sound because this stuff didn't exist until about late 2021, maybe? But anyway, this is a Class 484, which was built by Viva Rail and converted from London Underground D78 stock. So it's old but new. It's been refurbished, essentially. There were 5 units, 2-car sets, so each train is 2 cars. And they replaced the Class 483, which, if you have the original Isle of Wight, the little maroon cars, 483, again, London Underground stock, and they were tiny. They were way smaller than this. I don't know the exact dimensions, but they had to be 3 feet shorter. You know, not to mention the platforms had to be raised for this. Isle of Wight went under a whole deal, just being rebuilt and upgraded and all that good stuff for these. And of course, it uses 750 volt DC third rail electrification. And yeah, so let's go ahead and just get in here and take a look at it first. We're gonna get in the fly around cam and take a look around Ride Pier. You can tell that they have updated the water masking. I'd also like to note that if you have the original Isle of Wight and you have no intention of picking up this 2022 variant, the original should have been updated as well. You should have seen a Train Sim World 2 update. I believe I saw one yesterday. So it'll add this nice new water masking. Is it awesome? No. I mean, let's be honest. That's what I try to do here. You know, I'm not just going to brown nose for the sake of it. But it looks far, far better than the original water mask. So you'll get this updated on the old Isle of Wight as well, of course, as this new one here. So it does look a lot better. It looks a lot more natural. Of course, we're in the English Channel. The Atlantic coast is over to the, or the Atlantic Ocean is over to the west, of course. And it does indeed look like a lot of this has been updated. Maybe some new, like, crispier textures and coloring. It just seems to pop a little bit more. I don't know. I don't know what all they did with this one in particular. This must be some collectible bits there. Let's see. Let's see. I've got the old line and the bridge over here for motor traffic. Cars. Motor cars. And then the line here as well. These are definitely new platforms. They are definitely a lot higher. This is probably the original height right here, I believe. This lighter color down here. And you've even got, like, they went as far as making it look nice. You kind of got, like, that algae growing on the side there, you know, which you often see next to the sea and bodies of water and things like that. From the salty sea air, so that's pretty neat. They are definitely higher. Is this an old one here? Yeah, this is an old one here, so you can see the difference. This is the old one. I believe nothing comes down hither, yon more. And this is the new one. So it's, I just said newer. Man, I create a new word like every time I get on YouTube. I swear to God. This is a newer. But yeah, new one's over here, a lot higher. Old one's over here, not higher. I'll have a look around here. Destination boards look okay. From as much as I can tell, at least they're there. Ride Pier head. Yeah, it definitely looks like some of this stuff has been updated. The actual station house itself and the overhead bits here. Oh, there's an old clock in there. We might have to get out. Sorry, folks. This train is going to be indefinitely delayed. Which one's the door? Forgot which one the door is. Where's the... How do you... Let me out. I totally did it. Like... We'll do it like this. Whoop. We'll do it like this. Yep. Let me out. Thank you. That sounds good. That is legit. I do know for a fact that sounds like that with the doors opening and closing as well. So they got that sound right. Let's see what's in here. Some boarded up walls, a beach ball, clock. Yeah, it looks nice in here. It's very nice. Some more floaties. Some floaties for the kids. Oh, collectible! Do like the doors as well, the electric doors. My dog is terrified of those doors. She thinks it's witchcraft. So yeah, right pier looks alright, folks. You can go ahead and get in. The doors are open. Or you can just stand there and look at it. But yeah, so let's... Elephant in the room, 484. So the model looks great. I think the colors look great. But it's... They kind of did some tomfoolery with this thing. Like, at first appearance, you're like, wow, Southwestern 484 Island Line. And it's not. Rivet could not get licensing. Apparently, I remember in one of the articles, or one of the Dovetail staff, I remember saying they tried, and they were in process of trying. I doubt it'll ever happen. I would love for it to happen. That would be great. But as you can see, it is not legit. This round yellow bit here is not round. It's actually like a line, prominent line. The island line bit as well. Got the Southwestern logo down here, and the lettering is not italic, I don't think, in real life either. There's also a couple other, you know, little bits and bobs that I'll most definitely miss looking at this thing. Of course, that lettering looks kind of funky as well. But yeah, for the most part, you know, if you just glanced at it in passing, you're like, yeah, Southwestern Island Line, 484. But if you stop and look at it, you're like, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait. And, so yeah, I'm sure it's very dark in here, folks. I'm sorry about that. We'll get the lights on in just a moment. You're a bit close to the cab, sir. I find this a bit uncomfortable. If you could please move, that would be grand. The interior as well. Again, I've seen video of these things. Like, it looks right, like the right pattern, but it's very dark. It's like a gray or a black, because it should be blue. It should essentially be like the color of this hand grab here in the pole there, if I'm not mistaken. But other than that, the interior looks pretty damn good in here. Got all the destinations up here. Oh, I like that. I like that. It's cool. The steam railway. God, how cool would it be to have that on here? Just like the OG Train Sim Classic variant of Isle of Wight. Anyway, so let's drive this thing, shall we? Where's the lighting? Saloon lighting. Let's get that on here. We'll go back out there, and it's not on. You have to hold it. Should probably put it in gear. Yeah. I don't know what the auxiliaries do. Alright, yeah, let's put this thing in gear first, shall we? I'm not going to use the rail driver because it acts kind of funky. Alright, sounds like we powered up. Try and get the lights on again here. There we go. We're lit. Yeah, it was very dark. Some sick-ass trainers, girl. Yeah, they're kind of dark. Seats are kind of dark. I thought they were like a lighter blue. Or blau. Le bleu. Le bleu. But the cab of this thing looks very nice. Put that up and down. Check out the driver door with all the little safety bits. Telling you where to put the track flags. Have no clue what that does. It looks dangerous though. Let's see what we can fool with over here. The breaker panel. Nothing. These things are loud. Like, you can hear that buzzer. Go on YouTube, watch some videos of these things IRL. You can hear that noise outside with the doors closed. It's stupid how loud it is. And I mean that in the nicest way possible. I don't mean like it's actually stupid. But anyway. Alright, TPWS, I don't think that matters here, but what the hell? Let's turn it on. TPFIS, don't know what it is. Let's turn it on. DRAIS, no clue. Never heard of these. Let's turn it on. That one's already cut in. DSDID, again, I guess it's just DSD, like driver vigilance type deal. We'll put that bad mamma jamma on. It's going to get us in trouble later. AWS, there aren't ramps. There are not ramps on the island line as far as I know, unless they added some, which I don't think they did. It's kind of like its own thing out here, so yeah. So we'll turn that on anyway. It does look very nice in here, man. Like, model-wise, dude, Rivet's got game with modeling. You know, let's go back to the Arosa line, the land of lack of distant scenery. The stock was incredible looking. The coaches, the GE44. Some of the sounds were a bit wonky, but like model-wise, stuff is on par with like OG, you know, BR Blue Train Sim World stuff. Probably better. It looks pretty good. Got the contact signaler thing with a phone. They started doing that recently. They totally did not steal that from Mike Gautz with the little German switcher. Totally didn't. Did not. Let's get the lights on and have a look around again, shall we? The light up there. Even the casting on the wall, that looks very nice up there. Not sure what that is. Is that like a thermostat? Air conditioning? Kind of looks like it. Another spotlight there, speaker. Yeah, it looks even the placards in here and the stickers look really nice. I'm starting to kind of see why people are vibing with this. This guy right here, about to have to go outside and get nasty. Alright, I saw something a moment ago with driver's seat height. Here we go. Oh, yes. Now, cheeky, kitschy, lame, it may be to some, but I have always appreciated being able to move the chair height. It's pretty neat. I probably did that a lot longer than I should have, but I enjoy it. Right, so we've got all these safety systems on. I have no clue what they are. That's our cab light there. Cab heater, what's this do? Alright, headlights are set to day. Alright, have we messed with just about everything? Oh, I can't open the window? I can't let the wind in my hair? Alright. Let's go. These people are probably mad AF. They are on vacation, most likely. Or holiday! Alright, ride Esplanade. Alright, we are in gear. Up, up. Do we have gauge lights? There we go. Okay, those look very nice as well. They have a nice kind of natural glow to them. That's a nice horn. Hey! Sounds good. It does loop, but you know, let's be honest. These things aren't going around, you know, holding the horn down. So, you know. So if you just pop it and lock it, you know. So we got our brake release. Let's hear that exterior wise real quick here. That sounds pretty good. It sounds a little loud and a little hissy, but it sounds fairly legit. We'll do some more exterior sound work once we kind of get away from the sea here and the lapping of the ocean. So I did notice right off the bat, and like I said, I'm a bit of an Isle of Wight weeb. I was more so years ago than I am now, but I have seen plenty of video on these things. Never seen them in real life, sadly. Be cool as hell, but the physics, the acceleration just then, when I put it in the first power notch, the thing launched like, you know, slapping a horse on the ass or something. It just took off. These things don't act like that. They're very, very chill. Very chill in that first power notch, from what I gather. Like, they take a good minute to get up to like 5 miles an hour in the first notch. I do like the joint and the rail sounds. That's pretty legit for the area as well, realistically. It does sound like it cuts out other sounds, which I'm not fond of when it happens. Now, the braking feels nice. The braking generally feels nice to me. It feels a little more realistic than the acceleration. It takes a minute to start grabbing. It doesn't just you know, slam on the brakes like a, you know, cartoony type thing. It you know, it generally takes a minute. And here's the hovercraft as well. I think someone made a mod for these in the original Isle of Wight. Of course, they are not adorned with the Union Jack all over the front. They're very plain looking. They don't have the cushion intakes right here. Literally unplayable. I'm kidding. They're, you know, they're neat for what they are. These things are cool as hell. Here you can see the platform race as well. I kind of like this. I kind of like old and new. That's pretty neat. Not only that, let's hop out here real quick, shall we? They've added these as well, the safety fencing. This stuff pretty much did not exist initially. That's a bit of a drop there. I wonder if you can open these. Nay. Nay, you shan't. Alright, well that'd be kind of neat, I guess. I mean, it's not really necessary, but we'll have a good look around each one here. They've got this bit painted here as well, which is fairly new if I recall, on the platform. People just standing around, very suspect, not chatting. Ooh, a captain's hat. Hello. Oh, yacht hat. It's a collectible. I thought that was just like a piece of the scenery. Right. Let us continue. Yeah, the model of this thing does look really good. I like the way it looks. Like the shape of it and the exterior. It looks nice. It does look nice. It's got that nice texture, like bump mapping look to it. You know, like stressed and weathered metals, metallurgy. Alright, let's get in here, close the door, and we'll go outside and we'll listen to some stuff. Okay, I've got a couple issues with the sound exterior-wise. again, the acceleration is crazy. That was one notch. The thing just really quick. That's a bit unpleasant. You know, at this point in the game, I doubt it's ever going to be fixed. I don't even know if people can mod stuff like that, if that matters at all. And the sounds. So, these things have a very unique sound, that just very high-pitched whine. That it's very pronounced on the 484. As soon as the thing is put in gear and put in a single power notch, you can hear it very plainly. And, well, you can hear it in this instance, don't get me wrong, but I feel like the overall sounds of everything else, just the cars moving, you know, air rushing, rumbling along the tracks and things like that, kind of overpower that sound, which seems a bit unrealistic to me. Just, you know, just a hair. So it's like the sounds are there. They're just not, as with a lot of Train Sim World stuff, they're just not mixed quite right. Anyway, noticing here the tracks and the track work look a lot cleaner and a lot better. Look how well this freaking rail bed blends into the side of the scenery here. The right-of-way here. Look at that. That looks nice. That's what stuff should look like in this game with the power of the Unreal Engine. Just saying. Alright, so there's an AWS DSD reset. I wonder if it'll ever trigger. AWS will not, of course. Alright, so we're at Wright St. John's. The next stop on the line. It's what is it, like 9 miles total length, but it'll, you know, with the amount of stations, it'll still take you a good half hour. And I totally missed my braking point, like a dingus. That noise when you're braking, at the end there, is kind of funky, and you know, it kind of harkens back to like the Rivet did the God, mega brain fart. What the hell is it called? The Western multiple unit super brain fart. Anyway, they did that one, right? Same thing with the sounds on that one. If you just happen to know telepathically what the hell I'm talking about. Southwestern Main Line? No. Yes? Maybe? I can't remember the name of it. You know, that one had good, the sounds were there. They just were mixed terribly. Anywho, let's have a look around here. This, of course, is the depot for the trains. This looks nice, this board here. Hello. Okay. That looks pretty good. You got little wires and bits on the back there. That's nice. Very nice. This stuff is new as well. The little painted yellow bits, I believe. You can see old and new. They just slapped a new coat right on top of the old stuff. Whoa. Alien. It's your typical Isle of Wight extraterrestrial trying to blend as a humanoid. I think all these people are. All this stuff looks new. Like this up here. I don't recall it being like this crispy. The little ornate details on the station. Got some more of the safety fencing over here as well. Great salt. Check out the depot over here. This is definitely new and painted and updated here. The footbridge. Very nice. Looks higher too. Did they raise that thing? Has it always been that high? Anywho. Looks Looks a little different in here. I like this white paint and blue paint on the bricks there. That looks nice. I'm a fan of painted bricks. I don't know why. I think it looks great when it's done right. I like it a lot. Oh, look, there's a little toy. Little dinosaur toy. Not really into that, but hey, to each their own. Old Depot over here, of course. He's very cool. Very cool. Looks nice. Looks nice. Let's check out this distant scenery. So, they allegedly updated the distant scenery. Before, it was a bit shallow. Now, trees, buildings, houses, things of that nature should go a lot farther. They kind of look like they do. They've updated the trees as well. A little bit more high-res trees, different tree types, archetypes, and things of that nature, I believe. So as far as I can tell, I mean, there's a couple parts where, you know, we'll get further down the line. I think it's near, like, a station called Lake, where you can kind of see the horizon a bit better. And I do know from some of the photographs and pictures of this route, one of these old towers you can go in. This one does not appear to be that one. So yeah, let's move right along. It does look way nicer. The ground, just the ground in general, and that's a huge deal with any train sim. You know, from Rolling Line to Train Sim Classic to Grand Theft Auto. You know, whatever your train jam is, like the ground, plays a big role in that, and it's got to look nice. This looks like it was blended really well. It doesn't have that weird-ass, like, kind of muddy effect on the edge of the rail bed, if you know what I mean. All right. Power! Head out doesn't really sound much different as far as I can tell. Yeah, it does not. Do some exterior soundage. Yeah, like the sounds are okay. It just sounds a little too rumbly. This is the line over here where the steam engine runs. Which I wish we had, which would be cool. I'm gonna bypass the station here, and I'm gonna try and do a run by here if I can. There we go. Yeah, it's a bit rumbly. It sounds like, I don't know, a friggin' stampede of bulls or something. It just, I feel like it needs more of that traction motor whine. You know, it's there. It's just the editing of the sounds are not there. All right, we'll give it like 2 notches here. Just listen. Yeah, I don't know. Call me weird. I am. I won't deny it. But I feel like that sound, like the sound of that, I'm like mentally visualizing a friggin' HST going past at speed or something. You know what I mean? Minus the the engine sound, of course, you know, but just the run sounds are too rumbly. The interior sounds sound okay. I feel like they're mixed a little bit better. I do appreciate the clickety-clack. Yeah, this place has got some really great history. Not really going to go into much of it, but just recent years, last year, in the very least, the whole line was shut down for quite a while to basically overhaul everything and prepare the line for these new stonking EMUs that we're in, because these things are brand new, brand spanking new, essentially. And of course, COVID, you know, the great pandemic, didn't help things either, but they started testing these, or they were sent and shipped for testing, I believe, in 2020, and then the line was shut down 2021. And you know, not only was it to get these things running, the 484s, but to get the line overhauled, you know, platforms, signage, station bits, all kinds of stuff. So it's kind of interesting that, you know, at least I find it interesting in the slightest bit that it was done so quickly by Rivet. You know, like they had the old one, the original, and then this literally saw an overhaul less than a year ago, or just about a year ago. And you know, Rivet, bam, here it is as it sits now. You know, so that's fairly interesting and quick. All right, so we're stopping at Braiding, half a mile up here. We are going downhill. I'm going to leave the throttle off and try and take a look around for a moment. I almost said it. I don't want to displease my British palios. It's a pitch, something. Distant scenery does look a little better. A lot more foliage. This down here doesn't look all that great, but you can't really see that driving, per se. One of the little footpaths. There's a DSD. Okay, it does work. Right on, right on. We are going downhill now, so I need to be careful not to pass the station. Signal seems legit. Yeah, distant scenery is much better. They place 2D trees, and as always, you know, I have no problem with 2D trees as long as they're not like right next to the track, you know? It's like the Arosa line. Good God Almighty, they should have just covered those mountains with those things, but they did not, sadly. But anyhow, maybe they're learning from their mistakes, and the community's grumbles. Oh, that's new. That looks really good, that signal there. Oh, yeah. Papa likey. Light emitting diode. Are those LED? I don't know. There's like all kinds of different signs in the land of Eng. And look at all the little pivots and hinges and bolts down here as well. That's a nice model. Little lock on the box there. Looks good. That's a little low res. Dude, that's a pretty good looking model. I like it. Got some new fencing in here as well. Okay, this looks very cleanly placed. The little grippy stuff down here. Foot grip. Grippy foot. And the cow grates, or livestock grates, of course, which I think that's what those are. Little private beach going on over here. So apparently, I think I saw one of the scenarios has like a trampoline in the middle of the route, because that was a thing in the UK last year, or was it this year? Trampolines blowing on the lines. So I think that's in a scenario, if I'm not mistaken. Oh, and there she is. All right, I'm coming for you. Sorry, folks. Gonna have a look around. Talk amongst yourselves. Fence looks pretty good. I don't remember if that's the OG fence or not. It could be a little more high res, to be honest, but like from a distance it looks okay. Some ramps. Romps. Oh, wait. Wait a minute. Yeah. I just realized we're on a second track. There was just one line here. So the second track is here, as is realistically. Okay. 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 Can't open that, sadly. Another ramp. I believe that's for wheelchairs and things of that nature, because I don't know if these by default have I don't know, that looks fairly damn level. I don't know what those are for. Alright, let's get up in that tower over there. What's that for? I want to go back there. Oh, look at that. Signalman hat. OG. Golden age right here. Golden years. Bop, bop, bop. Dino toy. This looks incredible in here. Now, can you do anything with it? I don't think so. Is it kind of pointless? Yeah. But it looks awesome. It's a nice little feature. Are they trying to compete with SimRail? You know, being that SimRail is supposed to have stuff like this? Maybe. Who knows? The bell up there. Dude, this is pretty cool. They're all individually labeled. Oh, wow. This is neat. We got the little lock-in doohickey things there. I can't remember the actual name. Map line of map. Map line of map of line map. Map. That's awesome. That's cool. Alright. Wasting too much time. That's neat. That is a neat little feature. I like. I dig. I dig it. Let us continue. Oh, I just missed the captain's hat sitting on that post. Darn it. Never gonna forgive myself. I sent down 2 miles, just about. Yeah, the inside of this thing does look really good. I feel like they did a splendid job on this model. Honestly, dude, the thing is very sharp. It, you know, even like the shading, the lighting and whatnot in here looks really nice. It seems a little flat in some areas, but overall it looks really good in here. Oh, might want to leave that off in motion. But yeah, it's not very smart. It looks great. It's a damn shame about the Southwestern, you know, logo and livery not being too legit to quit, but I think they knew, you know, that people were gonna mod the livery. You know, I'm sure there's already a bajillion freaking paints in the little Train Sim World workshop livery station thing. I'm sure of it. I'm not really interested in those. You know, nothing against people that create those, but they don't look as great as like straight on baked to the rolling stock liveries that some people create as their own pack file. They never have. I don't know if they ever will. It's just, you're very limited with what you got to work with in the little paint section within the game, so. Yeah, they definitely topped up the distant scenery. So that's nice. We're about max speed on this thing. These things are relegated to 45 mile an hour on the line, and that is max line speed in some areas. I feel like it used to be it was a lot slower with the 483, was it not? What was the max speed with the 483? Was it 45? I feel like it was 25. Something really slow. Maybe it was 45. Maybe I'm losing it, which is very likely. Alright, send down. And what we got left? Lake Shanklin. Nope, didn't want to do that. T is the key I'm looking for. There we go. I want to hear this thing stop because the acceleration and deceleration are like almost identical. That whine. Yeah, it's not great. That's probably some of the worst sound mixing of this thing is the braking. The sounds, like I said, are good. I feel like they're fairly legit. It's just the mixing. It was very abrupt, and it had this heavy, like, hissy, vacuumy, you know, noise. But what's interesting about these things in the traction motors that they use is they have a unique sound, but the sound doesn't really change. Like the tone of it, that doesn't really change. It just kind of gets louder or quieter, which, you know, I don't know how easy that'd be to reproduce in something like Train Sim World, but again, updated platforms, safety fencing, guarding, and things of that nature. Very cool. Alright, we'll do a little run by here, shall we? Why am I still hearing brake hiss? You guys hear that? Oh, That's a bug. That is a bug indeed. A bug and a rug. So, for whatever reason, the braking sound has continued here. That's interesting. The acceleration sound, the second time I listened to it just then, did sound a little bit better. Sounded a little bit more natural. It's still got, I feel like it's still got too much of that kind of heavy, rumbly sound to it. Because these things are fairly light. I don't think they're as light as the 483s, but they're still fairly light. And they're new. The whole of the line is still fairly new, so it doesn't really have that kind of worn effect to it all yet, you know? So... But I feel like the interior sounds pretty good, indeed. The DMU that they did on the, what was it, Southwestern Main, I cannot remember what the... I went to Penzance. Jesus. I need some, like, multivitamins or something. Ginkgo biloba B vitamins. I cannot remember what it was called. It was... very unmemorable, I guess, but it does sound better than that. It sounds better than their Arosa stock, because the Arosa stock, you know, while it was okay, the physics of the Arosa stock were terrible. You know, they just lurched off the line, you know, like slapping a horse on the ass as well. They braked pretty much in the same manner, but the sounds on those weren't very good. They had that kind of on you know, 0.2 second loop repeating shopping trolley, shopping cart sound, you know, of the coaches. And it was, you know, once you started hearing it, you couldn't unhear it. It would even haunt your dreams, or nightmares, should I say. But this sounds better than that, so, you know, kudos for that, I guess. Lake. There is a lake. There is the lake, for which lake is named. Yeah. That's a lake. That is a lake. A pond. A small body of water. Alright, let's lock them up. I do like these boards. Those look really nice. Let's see if it does a weird brake hiss thing again. Nope, didn't do it there. Alright, next and final stop, Shanklin. End of the line. All must alight. The chassis looks pretty good. The undercarriage. These pipes down here. Must be water or steam or something. They look really nice. I'm hearing the little nuance and sounds of the track, and that sounds really nice. Oh! Electricity? Row. Did I just hear bridging or gapping? Is that what I just heard? Oh my god, this thing's got 7... This thing's got 7 throttle notches? Jesus. I thought it had like 2. I just realized it's got 7 notches of throttlage. That thing took off too. That is You know, I know it never happened because, you know, Train Sim World and the way signals work and things like that, but that's speedrun material, dude. That... Jesus Christ. Vin Diesel be like, I need more NOS. But he doesn't, because this thing's already fast. Oh, look at the distant hill there. That definitely looks nicer than the original I.O.W. I.O.W. Eye of Wight. I.O.W. I.O.W. Went in a little bit hot. Oh dear God. That's pretty neat. That's pretty neat. The sign, welcome to Shanklin. That's real. That is very real. That's cool. Now this is not real. There is definitely not a dinosaur on the sign. I don't remember what's there. What's there? The 483? But this, like, it looks okay aside from the... I don't get the whole dinosaur thing. I really don't. But that's a neat little feature. Okay. Have a look about. This is a neat little town and station, real life. Stuff I've seen on it. This model doesn't quite capture it, but it's pretty neat nonetheless. Yeah, it's that Shanklin. Don't get shanked in Shanklin. Yeah, they got the beepage, right? Very nice. Even up here, okay. So the roof, I feel like a lot of roofs don't get enough love, but it's got that epoxy, you know, on the seams here, whatever it is. It's like it's not a weld. It's like a plasticky epoxy type something. This right here, but even that looks pretty good. I've never really noticed that on another model in Train Sim World. But okay. Okay, let's lock them up. Okay, we did horribly. Horribly. We got a bronze. Yikes. Alright, let's take a quick look at what you got to work with within the add-on here. Alright, so you got 5 scenarios. Braiding rescue. Operate an empty 484 on a task to retrieve an abandoned 484 from Sanctions Road Depot to braiding and deliver it to Ride Pier Head. Oh my God. That. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Sorry, not sorry. But Train Sim World, A, the rain looks like crap. B, the nighttime looks like crap. Let's go ahead and combine them. That looks terrible. It's always going to look terrible unless they fix it, which let's hope Train Sim World 3. I absolutely hate when these developers release these scenarios at night in the rain. I remember like several add-ons, you know, out of like 5 of the scenarios, like 3 of them were night rain or night snow. At least with snow, it kind of gets brighter, but still, it doesn't look that great. It sounds interesting, the whole stormy weather thingamabob, but anywho. Oh, here we go, some dreary rain as well. Yeah, it just sounds kind of bleak. Awfully windy storm. This has got to be the one with the trampoline. The windy bit. And that one looks uneventful as well. Here's your timetable. So it would appear that you've got 56 services. 24-hour timetable, although it's not obviously 24 hours. So they run There's some kind of stock move near midnight, and then they start at 5:30. So it's you get quite a few. It's and let's see if let's go to the menu. Hold on a minute here. Right, tools. Let's see. Can you? Will it allow you to? I'm just interested to see if it'll allow you to like paint this stuff. I don't paint things, but. Yeah, it will. Okay. I'm sure if you put a Southwestern 484, it'd get ripped down off the store in a heartbeat, or this area anyway, where it's hosted, just because it's, you know, they didn't get rights and all that bull caca. But that's the Isle of Wight 2022. Do I think it's worth it? Sure. Why not? It's $20, $22 to be precise. You know, I dislike that it's not legit, you know, licensing wise. I get it. What I don't get is why this down here says Network Southeast. I just noticed that. What the hell? But the train itself looks incredible. It doesn't feel that great acceleration-wise. It feels a little bit more realistic if you hit the throttle like as soon as the brakes are coming off. That way it gives it like a little bit more of a realistic feel. The sounds are pretty good. They're not mixed well, but I feel like they're mixed a little bit better than Rivet typically does. You know, the update to the route itself looks fairly good. It's got what, 20 plus services, 5 scenarios. It's just a little mess around kind of line. You know, it's like West Somerset. You know, and that's it. Yeah, I get. You know, sure. Yeah, I think it's worth it. I think it's a far cry better than the original Isle of Wight that they did, but it'll be on sale in no time if you're kind of curious about picking it up. But that's it. A Daft Americans look at a British item. I hope you enjoyed the video. Take care, guys. I'll see you next time.